Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing my plans for the future video. Since high school is over, I am moving on to a new stage in my life and I wanted to share with all of you guys my plans for the future. Alright, so obviously there are many factors when deciding what you want to do with your life. You have to know how much money you're going to make. Do you want a family someday? Where do you want to live? Do you want to live in like a big city or a small city, because some jobs are only done in like certain places? Do you want to be able to travel a lot? Do you want to be able to stay in one place? There are just so many things that you have to consider when deciding what you want to do with the rest of your life, and these are all things that I have thought about, and it is very important to me that I am happy doing what I am doing because I want to live the best, fullest life that I can live. But it is also important to me that I am independent. I want to be able to financially support myself without any help from anyone, without family, a boyfriend, husband. I want to be able to completely support myself. And it's also very important to me that I do go to school because knowledge is very, very valuable to me. I believe that it will help me broaden my perspective and really open my mind to things, and I don't believe that education is ever a waste. Even if for some reason I didn't end up using my degree, it would not be a waste for me because I believe so highly in education, and there is never a way when I would not go to college. I'm definitely 100% going to college, and we'll get into that in a sec because there's actually a few degrees that I do want to get because I just believe that education is so valuable. So there are 3 things that I've always wanted to be, and I do 2 of the things right now. So one of them is teaching kids Baton. Obviously, I've been doing that since I was 15 and I love it so much, and I definitely want to continue doing that. And then also YouTube is another thing. I absolutely love making YouTube videos. And of course, these are hobbies. I definitely want to get an education and pursue a career that can give me steady money because I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck, and I want to have steady funds coming in. So that's why I am going to school. And then the 3rd thing is a mom, which not anytime soon, guys. I don't want to become one anytime soon, but that is something that I do want. I want a husband and a family one day. Sorry about that, the lighting keeps doing weird things. But anyway, moving on to physical therapy assistance, which is the thing that I'm going for in school. This is actually a separate program where you need certain prerequisite courses, which is either obtained by an associate's degree or a bachelor's. Since this field is getting very competitive, it was recommended to me that I do get a bachelor's of science, which is completely fine because, like I was mentioning in the beginning, I love knowledge, and I'd already planned on at least getting a bachelor's and possibly a master's because I definitely want to keep going to school as long as possible because I love the idea of learning something new. I believe it's very valuable, as I've said 1,000 times, I know, but I believe so highly in education. So I plan on getting a bachelor's in kinesiology because it is the study of movement, which will allow me to take dance classes and workout classes. I'm taking a strength training class and a cardio class, which I'm super excited about because I definitely want to stay fit, and those classes are very interesting to me. And you can major in a lot of things, actually. I plan on doing a separate video on physical therapy assistance, but it doesn't have to be kinesiology. I could have majored in biology or chemistry or biochem, but kinesiology was the best choice for me because I am able to take all of those physical activity classes. And I was debating about it because kinesiology isn't as common a major as biology, so I don't have as many 4-year college options as I would if I took biology, but I really wanted to take kinesiology, so I thought, I'm just gonna go for it, and then I will find a college that has kinesiology. And I am starting at a junior college or community college, whatever you want to call it. And I think that there's this like misconception that going to community college before 4-year university means that you're like lazy or you know, you're not as good, which is completely not true. I think you can save a lot of money, which is the main reason why I'm doing it. And also I didn't have to take SATs, which was great because that actually can be a lot of money too. If you're paying for SAT prep classes, those are expensive. So we saved a lot of money there, and then I save a lot of money on courses because community college is not as expensive as a 4-year university, and then you pay much cheaper for your general ed courses. So that's what I'm going to do at my junior college, which for me is very beneficial because my parents can't afford to pay for my college, which is completely fine. Of course, I don't expect that or anything. I'm completely fine at paying for it myself, but obviously if I'm paying for it myself, I have to think about all of the options. And for me personally, I don't want to have student loans. I mean, obviously I'm gonna have student loans because I am eventually going to a 4-year university, but this does lessen them. So I mean, obviously that just seems like the smarter choice for me anyway. Again, that's not the same choice for everyone. I know, especially if you're in a sport, it is very beneficial to go to a four-year university, and a lot of times you can get a scholarship for that. So, I mean, different things work for different people, but I think that a lot of times people are like, there's only one path, like you have to go to a four-year university. But obviously there are many paths that work for different people, and this is the path that I'm going to take. And then after that, I'm going to transfer to a four-year university, again, finishing my major in kinesiology. And then after that, I'm going to go to a physical therapy assistance program, which is 2 years. So all of that is going to be 6 years. And then after that, I do have to get a license. I have to be licensed for the state of California. And then I will be a physical therapy assistant, which I am super excited about. I've looked into the field a little bit, and I believe that it will definitely help me. I was looking for a major that would help me with teaching baton and dance, because that's obviously what I want to do. And I thought that learning about the body would be great, because then you know the right way to like treat your body and the right way to properly stretch and do things like that. So I was like, yes, kinesiology definitely works for that. And then I found out that a lot of kinesiology majors go into physical therapy, and I was like, you know, that's actually something that I'm interested in, because I'm very interested in the medical field. I think there's always something new happening in medicine, always new things to learn, and I was like, you know, I think I might actually be happy there. And I thought for a little while that I wanted to go into DPT, which is the Doctor of Physical Therapy, but then as I was doing my senior project, I interviewed a physical therapy assistant, which I didn't even know that even existed, but she was telling me all the benefits of it. There's a lot more flexible hours, it's more hands-on with the patients, and it's a little bit less schooling, and I was like, you know, that works totally better. That doesn't make sense. That works better for me, because I want to teach kids baton on the side, and I also would like to do YouTube. I mean, obviously school has to come first, but I definitely want to keep doing those things, so this will work so much better for me. And then aside from that, I also want to do, sorry, I feel like I'm sitting awkwardly in all these videos out here, so sorry about that. Alright, so moving on from that, I do want to get another degree. Actually, I would like to get an MBA, which is a master's in business administration, and I don't have this worked out like completely or anything like that. I'm hoping that I can take some classes simultaneously while I'm in kinesiology and like physical therapy assistance. You know, maybe I could take classes online or on the weekends. I mean, obviously it's going to be a little bit of a longer process, and I'd finish it up once I had my physical therapy assistance job, because then I'd be making a full-time job salary, and then I could use that to pay for my MBA degree. And I want this because it will definitely help me with my business. You know, I teach kids baton, and I'd like to make a business out of that. And then an MBA degree is also very beneficial to employers, because I noticed that this was when I was studying Doctor of Physical Therapy, but I think this works for everything. Employers really like to see an MBA because it shows that you have more leadership training and more, I guess, basic job skills training, so they really like to see that. So that is something that I'd like to pursue as well. And again, guys, I am 18. This is my plan for right now. Obviously, things could change. I mean, all of that schooling is ending probably within 8 to 10 years, and 10 years from now I'm going to be a totally different person. My life could completely change, and on that, yes, I do have a plan. I like to be a kind of person that has a plan, a goal that I'm working for, but if I get an amazing opportunity to do something and that puts like a halt in my schooling, I mean, of course I'd come back to it, but if I get an amazing opportunity, I take it. Like, I don't know, if I got a chance to, I don't know, go on tour and be a dancer, this would never happen, ever in a million years. I'm not that good. But I love to dance, and if I got that opportunity, I would definitely take advantage of that. It's not like I have one plan and that's the way I'm going. I'm always open to new opportunities and new paths. I mean, obviously, the path I'm going on could lead me in a different way. You know, I could make connections somewhere else. You know, I could end up going to New York or going to Europe. I'm just open to so many things, because there are so many things that I want out of life, and there are so many ways to get them. So it's not just this one way to go, but I do have a path, I do have goals, and I actually know all the schools that I want to go to, but again, if I get other connections from different places, I will definitely take advantage of them if that's something that I want to do. Okay, so that was the schooling part of my plans for the future. I also do plan on working. Aside from teaching kids Baton, I do want to waitress and then eventually bartend. I believe you can make a lot of money doing this with like tips and everything, and I think I'm actually gonna have fun being a waitress, and I think it'll be a good job for me because I'm not a kind of person that gets stressed out very easily, so I can deal with like, you know, rude customers and a lot of like things going on at once. That's something that I'm comfortable with, so I think that it'll be a job that I really like and I can get a lot out of. And then I also will be aiding, because if you want to be a physical therapy assistant or a physical therapist, you do need to be a physical therapy aide while you're in school. And I'm just going to start with volunteering at the hospital 1 day a week because I want to get into the whole like college thing and, you know, figure out how long it takes me to study and things like that. So I will be waitressing, but I will also be volunteering at the hospital just that 1 day a week. And I can do that because I am getting a bachelor's degree, so that gives me more time to gain physical therapy aiding hours. I think that's all for my plans for the future. I do plan on twirling for college. I'm in the middle of the audition process for that right now, and I'll probably update you guys about that on my Baton channel. But I think that's all for my plans for the future. If you guys have any questions about anything I said in this video, you can leave them down below. I'll be sure to answer them, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys!